What's up guys, this is Astranox. Closer Charles on Wind Rider. This is a very deadly build. If you're able to finish off someone, you trigger the Wind Rider 5-star artifact. He goes in stealth and then he gets an attack boost that stacks with attack buff. And he's gonna be able to hit much harder. I mean, mine has 54% more attack. So, you know, a hero like Closer Charles that is a closer. He closes deals, right? He cleans up basically. And if you're able to boost his attack by a lot more, he's gonna be more reliable to do these one-shots. And it works beautifully. And also the stealth. The survivability increased from the stealth. Like, they can't target him so often because of that. But it's so important that you make that Wind Rider trigger. So you cannot have him on a super fast build. Let's say you want to use him as an initiator. You need to have him, you know, slower. I have him at like 220 speed. You know, you don't need to have that much speed. It really depends on how much gear you have. But I have a team backing him up, right? Making things happen. Triggering his passive so he can get that 50% CR push so he can follow up. But if you have every piece of the puzzle, which is rough because you need a lot of gear, you need a lot of heroes, and we're talking about like cleaving, we're talking about doing a lot of burst damage against very tanky group compositions that might abuse multiple layers of protection, that might abuse revive mechanism, that are abusing all sorts of things, you know, stealth. They are hiding in the shadows, making your life difficult. And look at this here. Let me comment to what is happening. He's got the Wind Rider buff. Look at how much damage he's able to do. We're just on Frenzy 1 and they cannot target him, which is really good. Now, he has stealth. So if he gets hit by an AoE attack, an attack that hits everyone, he's only going to take 50% damage. So thankfully, the attack missed him, and because of the stealth, he was able to survive much longer in this battle, allowing him to close the deal right here. So, man, like, there is some really cool moments that I'm able, like, things that I'm able to pull off with this hero on Wind Rider. So, yes, it will be rough in some games to actually pull it off. So be mindful of that, right? Like, if you only have one copy of Wind Rider, that's perfectly fine. If you have the gear, if you have the right team to pull it off, yeah, it's gonna be plenty of damage increase. To be honest, like limit breaking Wind Rider is not that big of a deal. But yes, the stealth, huge. The attack boost, you know, almost guaranteeing that you're able to continue that kill streak with Closer Charles, which will continuously give him that attack boost, that stealth. You cannot target him. So, man, I've been having a lot of fun with that. And, you know, ways for you to actually trigger his passive, because it's really important that you pull it off. So you have him on the slower side, so he's gonna pack a bigger punch, and you're gonna use other initiators. You know, I use Assassin Sid, I use F.O.O.L, but you need souls for F.O.O.L to really make him shine. With the skill 2 alone, you know, he's not going to be able to deal that much damage versus a tanky team. So you're going to need souls to soul burn this S2 and to the S3. The S3 is really the big hitting skill because you're going to have attack buff from S2 and you're going to be able to, you know, ignore damage sharing effect, which is a big deal right there. But like a lot of times, man, my F.O.O.L gets banned. My Assassin Sid, you know, he might not be able to cut it by himself. Sometimes their team is slower, so I'm able to have another hero soften them up. You know, I have my Tempest Siren on a much faster build now. She's on like 260 speed, right? So she's able to soften them up and allowing Closer Charles to actually trigger, you know, the passive cut in and then do his combo. And throughout these battles, a lot of time, guys, like, yo, I'm missing the attack. You know, the crowd survive with like not even 100 health. That's why I'm like doing these laugh emojis. But yeah, I mean, just having a good time, just laughing and, you know, messing around and just trying new team compositions and, you know, changing the builds of some of my heroes to tweak things up. But what I want to try is challenge the Domino. I don't have her built anymore on this account. I traded her for Tempest Siren the last time I was able to trade. So I did that, and my MolaGora at the time, I needed them for a showcase, so I didn't reinvest into Challenger Domino, but it's really a hero that will do beautifully with, you know, Closer Charles. You get 20 souls from Tagil's Ancient Book. You could use Closer Charles as an initiator. Not the best of ideas, but still, if you have the gear, like if I put my Assassin Sid gear on him, he's going to be able to deal some damage, soften them up, push the CR of my team, give a tag buff. And then C-Dom goes next because of the crits plus the 20% CR from, you know, a Closer Charles. And then she's able to soul burn S1, which is charged up depending on how many crits you actually land. And then she pops someone or softens someone, and Closer Charles gets that 50% CR push, you know, and then he's almost ready to go again. So those two heroes already has massive synergy between themselves. And there's quite a bit of combos like that you can pull off in the game, but you don't need Closer Charles with super high speed, because as you can see, he hits much harder, and on Wind Rider you want him to be slower. You want him to pack a punch because it's going to increase your chances to actually land a killing blow. So that is really important that you pull this up. Arbiter Vildred is not a hero I bring often in RTA, guys. That's a really rare one right there, because I'm actually pre-banning Arbiter Vildred, because where I'm at right now, I'm in gold, but it's a new, you know, season in World Arena RTA. So, you know, I'm hovering between like top 1000 down to top 2000 because I'm trying things out. You know, players have really tanky comps. What I'm doing is I'm pre-banning Arbiter Vildred because, you know, they have Blood Moon Haste. So if I pick him early on, they're just going to counter pick with Blood Moon Haste at the end, and then I'm stuck with banning one of their hero that they picked previously, like an overpowered hero that messes with my team composition. That's really annoying to deal with. Like a really tanky Rem is quite problematic, right? Like you guys know about Rem, how overpowered she is. I already talked about that. And the heroes that I bring along in these team compositions, guys, I've showcased pretty much all of these heroes, so you can go and check those showcases out, and I review the heroes. You know, I showcase them in various areas of the game. I mean, PvP mostly. So yeah, I mean, I have fun with that, and I'm able to do it because I got multiple accounts. I can 15 skill them up and really put them to the test. And yeah, I've tried them, like most of them in Guild War, so Arena, and you know, finally really in RTA is where you want to see the hero perform. And look at this, like he goes in stealth, and they have heroes that are single target attacking heroes and they can't hit him. So that is massive right there. Like they're stuck attacking my Tempest Siren, which cannot be one-shotted, and that buys me a lot of time. And Closer Charles is you know, using the skill number 1, which is enhanced, because he's got the perception buff, and that's lowering the cooldown of skill 3 by 1 turn every time, which is allowing him to use the skill 3 again. And look, like I'm able to soften someone up, so that means as long as someone hits like just 1 damage to someone that's below 30% health, he triggers. Look, he gets 50% CR push, then he's ready to go again. And look at the damage here, that is without Wind Rider. I mean, it's Frenzy too, but still, like almost 19,000 damage. Imagine if I had Wind Rider buff on that thing. So yeah, there is you know, battles. I don't trigger Wind Rider all the time. I had to pick, you know, battles where things went my way, because there's all sorts of really annoying things that you do have to worry about. Like a super tanky team, you have to adjust your playstyle versus them. You can't just go full on offense with like 2 super high speed damage dealer like Pavel, Assassin Sid, you know, a mage with the Tagil's Ancient Book so you can soul burn Pavel, then the Closer Charles. Like that is already 4 heroes. Then you have a 5th hero. Maybe you're stuck with taking like Politis because you don't want to have to ban Politis. I mean, yeah, Politis is going to mess you up because she's going to cut the CR push by 50%, which is not helpful when you're running Closer Charles. That really depends on that 50% CR push, and he's doing the 20% CR push for the whole team. So it really messes things up. Sometimes you're stuck picking heroes that you don't want the enemy to pick, and then you're forced to ban a specific hero, but then some of the other ones were let through, of course, because it's a 4v4 format. And yeah, there's quite a few the Terran, and it's rough. You really have to adjust your playstyle depending on who you're fighting. Do not pick like your damage dealers like too early on, especially RGB heroes. it's definitely rough, right? You do have to bring sometimes some sustain, like I have this Urgel Bazaar that I bring along, and it really helps me out to stay alive a bit longer, which definitely helps a ton in the immunity, so I don't have to have immunity on my heroes. So I have him on speed crit. It's the same build as before. I believe my boots now are on, yes, they are on Charlotte. So I lowered his stats just a bit, right? And that's Wind Rider at plus 24. The stats of my other heroes are afterward. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to really showcase like Wind Rider on Closer Charles, how powerful it can be in the right environment, with the right team versus the right teams, right? Like it cannot be used all the time. It will not trigger all the time. But when it does versus single target attacking teams, it really will shine a ton. That stealth, I mean, it's mind-blowing how powerful it can be when that thing is activated. And you get the chain going, like you just kill. And it's really great. So let us know what you guys think about all that in the comments section. So if you really enjoyed the video, you know, if you learned something, maybe just smash the like button. It really helps me out to get the video to more people so they can see it and learn about my channel. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. If you're looking for an emulator, a new phone, or a guild on the global server, check the description of the video. That's gonna be it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.